Hello, and welcome to our presentation titled Authentic Online Relationships and How We Create Them by Ada J. Harris, Imelda B. S. Lane, Jeff Crystal, and Brianna F. Gilbert for Boise State University. This presentation explores research that reports on results from research conducted on student performance and satisfaction for online learning. The purpose of this paper was to examine an innovative solution to the challenge of creating authentic online relationships and communicate why it's important to do so. Using established relationship-building activities translated into online platforms already available to most online learning institutions, we propose a solution that is both achievable and positively impactful for students and teachers for navigating the current online world we live in. As we all know, the world is changing. One major factor is that access to the internet has grown. And with this, online relationships have also grown. You can now use online applications to find friends, dates, personal assistance for work. You can join meetup groups, and you can find collaborators for various projects that you're working on. Not this one, of course. In order to stay competitive in this changing world, more and more corporations have gone global, which means that individuals have had to pursue academic and career advancement in new ways, including online, aka distance learning. Did you know that distance learning, aka online, enrollment increased for the 14th straight year in 2018? That's not all. The number of distance education students grew by 5.6% from the fall of 2015 to the fall of 2016, representing 31.6% of all students. Total distance or online enrollments are composed of 14.9% of students taking exclusively online courses, and 16.7% who are taking a combination of distance and non-online courses. Distance education enrollments are highly concentrated in a relatively small number of institutions. Almost half of distance education students are concentrated in just 5% of institutions. The number of students who are not taking any online courses declined by 11.2% between 2012 and 2016. With all the growth in online learning, it begs the question, is there any difference in performance and satisfaction in online versus traditional learning? Well, that depends on many factors, including self-selection, average age, instructor comfort, and technical skill of student and instructors. We know from the study of sociology conducted by Murnane and Levy that a positive sense of attachment to social institutions is a core asset of current and future well-being. We also know that based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that once the basic physiological and safety needs are met for human beings, they will seek out a sense of love and belonging like friendships and family. After those needs are met, they will seek out esteem in the form of achievement, competence, respect of others, and respect by others. So we know that people need people, aka relationships, and online relationships can be challenging, and many students now find themselves learning online. So we should probably pay attention to how to make this a valuable experience. However, our current model for meeting each other in class isn't so great. Why is that? Well, I'm glad you asked. It just so happens we've got some thoughts on that. Some of the reasons are a lack of education on student and instructors' part of why this is important to do. Also, they're very inauthentic interactions with little to no follow-through from students and instructors, and we find that there's basically no real-world application for these relationships. Yeah, let's not forget, it's also not any fun. With all of these changes and finding that relationships are becoming increasingly more conducted over phones and things like Skype, and we're even learning online now, it's easy to feel like you're lost in a sea and not seen or heard in any authentic. Thankfully, we've got an idea. We think that authentic, real-world relationships from online learning environments are possible and will show. We propose a series of 3 activities to be spaced out over the course of any online class. The first would be an information video and a poll for the students to fill out. The next would be a game, let's play, and then let's really connect in the third activity. The video that students should watch should be very informative about why it's important to invest this time in making relationships. The poll would help sort them into like-minded groups based on their personality, their goals, and the time that they have available to spend working towards this. Once they've been sorted into a like-minded group, it's time to play, something like True Truths and a Lie. Have a little fun, get to know each other. Hopefully, you'll establish a connection that helps you pick a partner that you kind of like, and that partner will then become your pen pal for the rest of the class. The purpose of the pen pal is to simulate that relationship you would have in the classroom with passing notes with someone sitting next to you. You would share a journal, discuss the class and the modules, offer encouragement and tips to one another, answer prompts from the instructor, and give each other a presentation of learning at the end. For the final activity, you and your pen pal would pick a site like LinkedIn, and you would build a page if you didn't already have one. You would then connect with one another, offer edits to the pages and endorsements based on the skills and talents and interests that you learned about one another during the class, making this something real world. And now for the buy-in, the who and the how. Obviously, we would need instructors to buy into this, to understand the impact it has to give to their students, and also for students to commit the time. But hopefully with the right information, they'll see how valuable this is to them. Here's the great news is, this solution requires no new technology, just better use of the technology we already have at our fingertips. And it costs no additional money. The only extra investment is in our time. And guess what? The research on online learning supports an approach where instructors require participation in online discussions as a part of the grade for the class. So, could this maybe change the world? We think so. It's important for people to feel connected in this big and ever-changing world. It's also important to give students the skills they'll need when they go into the global job market and need to establish these kinds of connections with peers. Thank you for watching. We hope you learned something and were hopefully even a little bit entertained.